And here with us now, Stephen Moore, chairman of FreedomWorks Task Force on Economic Revival. Stephen, always great to have you. As we just said, today's employment picture fell far short of expectations. Stephen, what do you attribute that to?
Well, it was a very disappointing report. It wasn't horrible, though. I mean, we did get, by the way, it's a good thing that government employment fell. We don't want more people running for the government. We want more people working for the private sector. The big problem right now, I believe, is we have so many workers on the sideline. And that was reflected in today's report, where another almost 200,000 people dropped out of the workforce. That is, they either weren't working or they weren't even looking for a job. And that doesn't make any sense. Usually in a recovery that we're in now, you see more and more people entering the workforce. And then the question is why? Why is that? And my answer is, part of it is, as you just said, COVID. But the other part of it is we're paying all of these government benefits, these welfare benefits, whether it's food stamps, unemployment benefits, $300 a week per child payments, the free health care, the free this, the free that. And it's really hard for small businesses to compete with Uncle Sam right now, frankly. And that's putting a real hardship on American small businesses. It's causing these supply chain disruptions, and that's got to be fixed.
Steve, you heard the president there try to paint a positive picture, saying that we're making progress. Looking at the report, though, and then, as you mentioned, you consider, the slowing supply chain, you consider fears of inflation. A lot of people might not feel that right now.
I think Americans are kind of mixed. I mean, the economy is doing pretty well. I mean, businesses, notwithstanding the fact they can't get workers, are doing better, and that's in large part because of the vaccine, and we've gotten past the worst part of COVID. But I'm very concerned about this $3 to $4 to $5 trillion spending bill Biden wants. And I can't even understand his message. Is he saying the economy's good or it's not good? I mean, if it's good, then why do we need another $4 trillion of debt? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. We should actually be cutting back on government spending now that the crisis is over. And that bill has so many expansions of these social welfare programs that the social safety net is no longer a net, it becomes a hammock. We estimate that if that bill were to pass, you'd have 7 million fewer Americans working because they'd sign up for all the benefits and they wouldn't get into the workforce, which is bad for America. It's bad for our businesses. And frankly, it's not good for the families. You need people working. There's dignity. There's hope. There is the path up the economic ladder by working.
Stephen, today also, developed nations agreed to a global minimum corporate tax rate at 15%. Notably, small businesses presumably won't be affected. The agreement made by 136 countries and jurisdictions that make up about 90% of global GDP. In the few seconds we have left, I would love to get your thoughts here, Stephen.
Well, it's a tax cartel. The governments around the world don't want the governments competing with each other, but competition is a good thing. The country with the lowest corporate tax is Ireland. They're at, I think, about 12.5%, and they're sucking in capital. Ireland's doing really well. I don't understand this logic. Why don't we just make the United States of America, Joe Biden, the lowest tax country like we used to be, instead of one of the highest tax countries? He wants to raise up all of these taxes, and then he wants to strong arm all these other countries to raise taxes. That's not America. We're the land of the free. We should be urging other countries to cut their taxes and cut their government and expand freedom. And we've got a president now who's running around the world telling countries to be less free.
All right, Steve Moore, we have to leave it there tonight. It's good to see you. Thank you.
You too. Take care.